Welcome to the review of Bad Blood. Bad Blood was developed and distributed by Origin in 1990. The time takes place after a nuclear war has set the world into a wasteland, as you can see by this nuclear explosion. It's an action-adventure type game. Because of this, the story is very important to the game. Basically what it boils down to is there's a human leader who is tired of these half-mutants running around killing everything, and so he wants to destroy all the mutants. Well, the twist to this game is you are actually playing as a mutant, and you get a choice of 3 characters. This big green mutant, the woman who has an eye patch who can shoot a laser out of her right eye, or this guy on the left that has basically just a knife. After you make your choice, the game begins, and you can see it is set up where it looks like you're looking at a television. The graphic view is very limited because of how small the TV screen is. Basically, the game starts out and you're in this room and you walk around picking up these nades, which is short for grenades. And you wander around talking with other people and mutants. Here's a villager. You'll notice the lingo is quite ghetto in its own goofy way. Chit-chat. And then, of course, we had nades earlier. But anyway, you can talk about specific topics, such as the latest war, and the person will respond to you. You'll see the little cartoonish bubble appearing around the character, which is a very neat feature. You'll find most of the talks is useless because the person doesn't know anything or doesn't respond, such as this rat. But every once in a while you'll talk to somebody who can give you some information. And then they use again this weird lingo like boost. Can I boost you? What, am I supposed to sit in a child seat or something? Anyway, there's all kinds of terms that are used which gives it its own feel, which is great because it seems like you're in your own little world then. There are many buildings that you can visit in the game, which is really cool. When you walk in, it shows the different perspective. Here we just went upstairs. And of course, no action-adventure game is complete without many, many deaths. You can die by getting attacked by enemies, of course, which happens quite frequently. Or there's other simple hazards, such as walking into this campfire. Throughout the adventure, you'll find all kinds of equipment, such as a bow and arrow, or a big can of bug spray. The bug spray you can use as an item, and of course it'll kill any bug around it. That's pretty cool. Now, since we choose Jaka as our character, you'll see she can shoot that laser beam from her eye. As you kill some monsters, you'll find food or items that they drop. Here we've equipped a sawed-off shotgun. You can actually see the graphics change based on the type of weapon you have equipped. A vibra blade. A vibra what? Never mind. A revolver. Boom, headshot. Here we found a club. One of the cool things is when you equip a weapon, it tells you something about it. Like here it said we tapped the club on our hand. And they have some different sound effects too based on the type of weapon. There's also the ability for certain monsters to ricochet attacks off, which is a cool feature. Boom, headshot. Whoa, I don't know what that thing is, but I'm running away. There's sea serpents. There's these buzzers, as they're called. And some monsters can even fly over the top of you, which is really cool. Although the sound's pretty lame for a 1990 game, it has cool features such as monsters being able to hit each other. But one of my favorite features, the ability to kill innocent people. How cool is that? And it can be anybody. The game doesn't discriminate. I love how they just stand there as you're blowing them away. Okay, this sounds really morbid. No, seriously. If you play the game and you kill innocent people, it will affect the outcome. You may kill somebody that had some information that you really need to know. So just don't do it. But the game does have a save game feature, and there's 3 slots. And you can name it whatever you want. You can't save the game in the wilderness, though. You get woken up. Unless you find some type of cave. Restoring the game is just as easy. You just choose the one you want and the game pops right back to where you were. Bad Blood does have the concept of evening and night. You'll see the background behind the TV change. And every once in a while you get hungry and you have to eat some food. Which incidentally does not restore hit points. However, scarfing a heart does. That's right, you scarf the heart. There's fresh hearts and there's dried hearts. Either one will heal you. Now throughout the game you walk around, you bump into a bunch of obstacles. Spend most of your time wandering around villages, getting blocked by people while you're trying to go inside the doors. Or you get blocked by buildings and there's doors that you can't go in. Or you'll find yourself running into dead ends all the time. But there are some cool features about the terrain, like there's swamp, which has really cool effects. There's little flowers on cactuses. You may discover a fortress, which incidentally you can't go in because there's guards blocking the way. Which, that's pretty typical in a lot of the earlier games, where you can't progress in the adventure unless you either talk to someone, find an item, whatever. Maybe if we use a nade on the door. Nope. But there are some villages that are open where you can just go right in and start exploring. And so you'll spend a lot of your time going in buildings and looting the place. Dog food. Occasionally, when you're wandering around the wilderness, you'll get lucky and find a hidden cache. Found some more dog food. And some Uzi ammo. Notice the spelling. Here's a cool hidden cave. Has some revolver ammo. Some Uzi ammo. And some nades. Ooh, and sawed-off ammo. Sawed-off shotgun. And bazooka ammo. And every once in a while, you'll find a shop. Here a guy's selling a sawed-off shotgun. So we traded him 5 portions of food. The game also has the ability to show you your inventory. Shows you the number of charges things have, the count, quantity, etc. There's several mini quests that you can come across as you're playing the game. Here there's a prisoner, which I'm going to free. As these people stand around as I shoot their legs off. Oops, sorry about that, buddy. Shot the wrong guy. At least I didn't kill you. Can I talk to you? Artist, that's his name. Lieutenant Captain Equatus. Or here's another mini quest where I rescued this guy. There were some dogs up on the roof, keeping him hostage. So I take a CD player. Ancient Music, M-U-Z-A-K, Now this shows how the AI is kind of poor in the game. I took his CD player already. He says, you know, I got a CD. Here, maybe you could use it. Why don't you take it? Okay, buddy, I already took it. I love the quirks in the game, such as his dog up on the roof. Or this cola machine that looks quite like the Coca-Cola logo. I wonder if they ever got sued over that. The sea serpent that... Oh, what are you licking there, sea serpent? Or the goofy bow and arrow sounds. Bad Blood overall is a pretty good game. Although it can be very tedious running around trying to find people that know something and talking to them all the time, there is a storyline at least to the game. And the lingo makes the game kind of fun too. Of course, the most fun is the graphics of shooting people in their head or their butt or their foot or whatever and seeing them collapse into a pile of bones. The gameplay is pretty nice. It can be a little clunky at times, and the graphics are a little lacking for a 1990 game. The sound effects are mediocre, but overall it's a pretty entertaining game. It can keep you busy for a while. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.